send thee unto Pharaoh.
So you want to see Moses. Moses was an Israelite. Okay.
And I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt.
According to that verse, God got to show the people. Who those people just now? He just named.
He said he's gonna choose
Children.
out of Israel.
Yeah. Come now, therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest
Pharaoh was Egyptian.
bring forth my people,
God's people is who?
the children of Israel, out of
So
Egypt.
who's God's people?
The children of Israel.
All praise. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 1.
What Bible is it?
This is King
King
James.
James.
You can also go on Bible Hub. We got different translations.
Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1.
Mhm.
These be the words as Moses spake unto all
So
Israel.
Moses now is speaking to the Israelites. He's not speaking to the Egyptians or the Moabites or the Edomites, right? Speak to the Israelites.
On this side of Jordan in the
Okay,
wilderness.
verse chapter 28.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1.
Give me verse chapter 11, verse 26.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 26. Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse.
Blessing and a curse.
A blessing if ye obey the commandments of the Lord your God,
Uh-huh.
which I command you this day,
Uh-huh.
and a curse if ye will not obey the commandments of the
So
Lord.
if you're blessed, if you obey, you curse if you disobey, right? Chapter 28.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
And it shall come to pass.
You think God created everybody? What's your name first of all?
Tina.
Tina, I'm Jamie. All right, Tina.
Okay.
You think Tina? You think God created everybody equal?
Equal, like,
Same.
I mean, men is different from women, but yes.
Okay. I'm talking about nations of people. Not saying
Okay,
nation.
okay.
Nation people like Chinese,
Yes.
Arab. You think God created all us equal?
Yes.
Okay.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass,
You see, it should come to pass. It means it's going to happen. It's a future prophecy.
if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments,
Uh-huh.
which I commanded this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high, above all nations of the earth.
Just think about that verse. Just thinking now, huh?
I'm saying.
Okay, well, he just read that. He said they obey his voice. He said above all nations on the planet.
If they obey his word.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15.
Uh-huh.
But it shall come to pass,
It's going to happen.
if thou wilt not hearken unto
And
the voice of the
I
Lord,
want to emphasize that thou is the Israelites, right?
Okay.
All right.
the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments and his statutes which I commanded this day, that all these curses,
All these what?
all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake you.
So
That's if they don't obey.
that's correct.
They
See
need to
what they
make up
chose.
their mind if they are fully opening by
Daniel
or they
chapter
are
nine.
not. Yeah, because they
How y'all
can't be
doing this
opening,
morning?
closing.
Daniel
Yeah.
chapter 9,
They need to make up their
verse
mind.
11. Yea, all Israel have transgressed thy law,
He says all Israel, all 12 tribes, the children of Israel.
even by departing, that they may not obey thy voice.
Uh-huh.
Therefore the curse,
Therefore, the what?
the curse is poured upon us.
So obviously they didn't obey, right? Go back to Deuteronomy chapter 28.
Deuteronomy chapter 28,
Give me verse 32.
verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another
So
people.
obviously they broke it, so now the curse is poured upon
So
them.
that means they're not treated equal up there. I don't know. I'm just saying.
All right, right.
So by them not.
He chose them,
Uh huh.
but he said a blessing and a curse, right?
Mm-hmm.
Blessing if you obey, and a curse if you disobey.
Mm-hmm.
But still God showed the people, right? So that sheep will show you what they chose. So now I'm gonna go through some of these curses.
Okay.
And you're gonna tell me when you're trying to find out who your true nationality is according to the Bible, correct?
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32.
Uh-huh.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So he told the Israelites, look, your son and your daughter will be given to another people for breaking God's laws.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
Mhm.
And there shall be no might in thy
There's
hand.
no military might get your children back. In verse 41.
Verse 41. Thou shalt begat sons and daughters,
Israelites gonna get sons and daughters.
but thou shalt not enjoy
They're not
them.
gonna enjoy them. Watch them grow up.
But they shall go into captivity.
They go into cotton fields, tobacco fields. In verse 45.
Verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue
So
thee
these curses gonna follow these nations of people.
and overtake thee.
Pursue them means no matter where they go.
And overtake thee till thou be destroyed,
Uh-huh.
because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy
Just
God.
keep telling us why.
to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee, and they
It says they, talking about those curses.
shall be upon thee for a sign
This curse will be put upon these nations people for a sign.
and for a
They wonder
wonder,
why all these things is happening to us.
and upon thy seed,
What?
and upon thy seed
Children, 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 children.
forever,
Correct. For how long?
forever,
For how long?
forever.
Okay, now we're going through these curses. So I'm just using as an identifier so far. If you that we went through, who do they fit? Who did that happen to?
Everyone.
You sure? Verse 68.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt
He's
again.
going to bring us back, the Israelites back into Egypt again. It's not talking about that landmass. I'm going to tell you what the word Egypt means according to the Bible.
This is Exodus chapter 20, verse 2.
Uh-huh.
I'm the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
Did he bring all nations out of the land of Egypt? So that let you know it can't be everybody.
The Lord thy God have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
So he brought the Israelites out of the house of bondage. He didn't bring the Moabites and the Edomites out of the house of bondage. He brought the Israelites out of the house of bondage.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68.
Uh-huh.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt
He's
again.
going to bring the Israelites into slavery and bondage again.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
What nation of people went on slavery and cargo slave ships? Did everybody do that?
No.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee,
Uh-huh.
thou shalt see it no more
The
again.
Israelites not going to see their homeland again.
And there
Once they got off those cargo slave ships,
ye shall be sold.
everybody was sold.
No.
That's
not
correct.
Everyone, but
That's
they were
correct.
separated.
Who? 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 You said it already.
Okay.
Us. So who was Moses speaking to? Who was the us? We do Deuteronomy 1 and 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1.
Mhm.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel on
So
this side of
us
Jordan.
is the Israelites. So our nationality is the Israelites. We the real Jews of the Bible.
All praise.
Give me Genesis chapter 32. Let me show you what the word Israel means.
Genesis.
Give me Proverbs 22.
Genesis chapter 32, verse 27.
22 and 1. Proverbs 22 and 1.
Genesis.
That's a very, very important name, a strong name. We can't be calling ourselves African American, black, and color. We can't do that no more. Come back to our true nationality.
Genesis chapter 32, verse 27.
Mhm.
And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob.
This is our forefather wrestling with an angel. The angel asked Jacob, what is your name?
And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel.
What?
But Israel.
Mhm.
For as a prince hast thou power with God
Israel is like our power with God
and with men,
and with men.
and hast
And
prevailed.
here we're going to win. We got it?
Proverbs chapter 22, verse 1. A good name
Good name.
is rather to be chosen than great riches.
So your name is Israel. That's better be chosen than great riches. Look, Israel.
So I need so. Okay.
Now, before you go, how many gates to heaven? 14. No, there's no wrong. I grew up thinking there was one gate. Watch
I
what,
know. That's all I was thinking.
watch what the Bible says.
Revelation chapter 21, verse
Now
10.
we went to school, right?
Yeah.
You know, normally in the back of the book is a conclusion. My brother's reading the second to last chapter of the Holy Bible.
Revelation chapter 21, verse 10.
Mhm.
And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain,
Uh-huh.
and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God.
Heaven will be right here on earth.
Verse 12.
Mhm.
It had a wall great and high,
Heaven had a wall great and high.
and had 12 gates.
How many gates?
It had 12
Why you
gates.
think there's 12 gates?
Why I didn't add?
Why you think they have 12 gates?
Because of the
Say it. Say it. It's
the
different.
rainfall, but is it because of not the angels, but
And
I'll
at,
tell you.
and at the gates 12 angels,
Uh-huh.
and the names written
That
thereon.
name that's on those gates?
so it is 12 angels?
Yeah, they're gonna have angels. They have an angel at each gate,
Okay.
like a bouncer, a security guard.
Yeah.
It had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates.
12 gates.
And at the gates 12 angels,
Uh-huh.
and the names written
His
thereon,
name is on those gates.
which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
That's who's on those gates. Don't sound like heaven's for everybody. Give me Exodus 1 and 1. Sound like heaven's for a nation of people. God's chosen people.
Exodus chapter 1,
Sound
verse
like
1.
a gated community.
Now these are the names of the children of Israel,
Mhm.
which came into Egypt. Every man in his household came with Jacob.
I don't know. See, Jacob was a man that had 12 sons. Give me Genesis 46:6 real quick. I don't know if you know. I'm gonna give you a quick history. This man had 12 sons. That's how you got the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. He also had a daughter. Read about that in the 34th chapter.
Genesis chapter 46,
Verse 6.
verse 6. And they took their cattle and their goods, which they had gotten in the land of Canaan, and came into Egypt, Jacob and all his seed with them.
See, he came for all his children with him, his grandchildren as well. I wonder,
But did he lose his kid?
huh?
Did he lose? Jacob didn't lose.
Right here. But that's who we are. That's our true nationality. You know what I'm saying? You got, like you believe
What
it.
religion you on?
He didn't ever give me Deuteronomy 28 verse 1.
Look, I
Let me
got
show-
y'all opening all kind of.
That's what we out here for. Because we was pushed on this. He never gave us religion. You must understand that. Your oppressor gave our people.
So this is.
Your
I
enemies
was brought up under.
enemy gave you that.
And my parents are still, but
gave you that.
not.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments.
All his religions.
All his
Can I
commandments.
take a picture?
Yes, you can.
It's in your fly out there.
Yes, and
Wait, my mom, she really be, I know, I'm gonna take a picture of
It's
this.
there. But you can take a picture. It's there.
And my father, yeah, so they brought all their kids up under this, but everyone went to their separate ways.
Look at the dates.
I know, I'm looking at this.
So you gotta come back to your true nationality. He never gave the Israelites religion. Your oppressor gave that to you.
So how would you teach this in school? Like I teach, I'm a teacher. So it's a lot of things I try to go back on history on with my kids. But I have to invest in myself and learn more myself. So I'm like, when they ask me certain questions like this,
Well, you gotta find out who you. Give me Nehemiah 9:6.
because we also have to make sure we don't teach certain things in school. They took a lot out of
right, right.
that.
I'm gonna show you something too about school.
So
Nehemiah chapter 9, verse 6. Thou, even thou, art Lord alone. Thou hast made heaven and the heaven of heaven with all their hosts.
So God and the Bible created everything. So you gotta find, including you, you gotta find out who you are according to the Bible. This is according to the Bible, 18 nations. You gotta find out who you descend from. And he says he's like God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He don't say he's the God of everybody. I'm trying to find something you mentioned about. Now this is the book, Victorian History of Israel. All right.
who has that? Amazon or something?
I'm gonna show you the price of it once I open it up to you. Now on the front of it, you have the so-called Jewish people. But when you open it up, page 9, it shows you, look at the top right here, until thy seed is going into Jacob. Look at right here on this mirror. The depiction of Israel bound in Egypt. What they look like. So my question to you is, like, the people that's in the land right now, Israel, do they look like this? Who are those people there?
I can't answer that.
It's no problem. No problem.
Well, I thank you all.
Hold on, I want to show you some mention about school. I'll let you read that. Because that teacher taught me that in school. It's Congress, July 4th, 1776. Let me do Deuteronomy 76. So,
I can take a picture.
right, so I'm just saying, this is in Congress, July 4th, 1776. Well, obviously, we was picking cotton.
Yeah.
We was in a cotton field. But I want to show you, they said men are created equal. According to,
But it's not because
but watch what the Bible says. So you say, because you say you teach school, you teach them. We got to stop teaching our people lies. This is a lie. Okay? This is written for their people.
That's right.
Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people
Israelites is holy. Holy just means to be separate.
unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee
He chose the Israelites
to be a special
to
people
be a special people
unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So, what do you mean by he created everyone equal? The Bible says something totally different. And the picture we just showed you with the Edomites on there, that man-made religion, that's how he created this, which is a lie. He chose us. And they truly feel this way, then why they don't tell us who we are? You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to show you that, and you say you teaching true, you gotta let them know who they are. Separate from these lies, like even going into Christmas, Halloween, Easter, all that stuff is pagan. I pushed on by they people. You see what I'm saying? You gotta stop. Give me that Jeremiah 10 and 2. You gotta stop pushing that on our children.
Jeremiah.
But well, the way I was growing up, my parents didn't.
Give me
couldn't
Psalm
celebrate any
83.
of that.
Okay.
This is Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of
So
Israel.
the whole all this is speaking to the children of Israel, the house of Israel.
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen,
Those heathen customs they push upon us.
and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. For the heathen are dismayed at them.
Vain simply means worthless and pointless.
For the customs of the people are vain.
It's pointless, worthless.
For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the
It's
axe.
going into this pagan custom.
They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers that it move not.
What does that sound like? Christmas. See what I'm saying? I'm just trying to show you that.
We couldn't celebrate it at all.
Right.
Like,
Just
you know,
trying to show you can't push that on our people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta come with the truth. You know what I'm saying? Give me Psalm 83, and we'll let you go.
Psalm chapter 83, verse 1. Keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace. And be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
So God, the Bible has enemies. He's going to list those enemies to you, sister.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty
They
counsel
took sneaky counsel
against thy people,
against the Israelites.
and have consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation,
Let's come and let's cut the Israelites from being a nation.
that the name of Israel
That's why you don't know that you're Israel right now.
may be no more in
That's why
remembrance.
we don't know who